Welcome back, everybody. Today is going to be episode 17 of Behind the Grind. So we've been talking a lot about in the Discord lately about how to build up your bankroll. I mentioned in one of my previous videos, maybe I need to sit down and tell you guys how to just kind of grind it up from NL4 all the way up. And it has unfortunately been brought to my attention that NL4 doesn't like run consistently anymore, or like at the moment. I don't really know how it's ever worked. I was not an NL4 player. I was mainly an NL10 player. Back when like that was like the grind and I ground that up, grind that up, grind that up. So I thought that is how it would be, but I guess the two blind games right now in No Limit, like you kind of can't create tables for. You can only create tables for the three blind tables. So I am going to mainly focus on NL20. We're going to kind of keep my bankroll separate. We're just going to keep track of the like kind of the in and the out. So today we're going to start at 2114. That'll be like our starting number, and our ending number will be whatever we are at the end of the session, and we'll kind of keep track of that going on from there. Because I am going to play my other games in addition to this challenge. Like while we do it, I'm going to still play my Omaha, still play some tournaments. So I can't go off my total bankroll. And if you're like, why is your bankroll so low? We just took out 5K, just got that nice 5K withdrawal. So that's why we got once we broke 7, I was like, bro, I don't need to have $7,000 on freaking ClubWPT Gold, just in case Black Friday happens again. So I took that off, and now we're just rebuilding. We're just rebuilding and kind of going from there. And it doesn't really matter because I don't mind playing these smaller games anyway, and I can still feel like in my own brain I could still play 100 if I wanted to, or bigger, just because I have the money. It's just not on the site. So it's a kind of a similar mindset, but more like maintaining your funds in various places so that you're not kind of putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. So let's just start hopping into tables like we do. This is going to be Behind the Grind episode 17, as I said, and we're just going to be kind of table selecting and doing everything. My goal, basically, loosely speaking, is we're going to play this limit of NL20 specifically until we get to about maybe $800 in profit or so. We'll take about 200 of that and we'll shoot at 40, and then we'll kind of keep going up. And the end result is I want to show you guys how to get, from at least here to, 100, 200, no limit, like that kind of range. And I think that's very possible if we just buckle down and grind. I have my Discord open right now just to kind of show you guys. Whenever I do this, people in the Discord were asking about this, but didn't mean to do that. We're going to tell everyone that we are doing this, and we're going to stream our only our clients so that people can see what tables we're at, because people like to follow the tables. And this is also a way to keep me honest. It's so that you can always know that when I'm on, I'm in here if you want to see what I'm doing. And I can never really like delete a session that was bad or this or that, so you're going to see my true results, even though I'm not going to show you 100% of the poker that I'm playing, because I will be playing other stuff, off of this challenge as well. Okay, sorry. That's 1 second. Okay, that's fine. I'll just mute myself manually. I have my mute thing set up and it just isn't working now. And that's okay. I set it up like 5 seconds ago, so it should be working, but whatever. That is how computers work. So let's just jump right in. I want to state for the record, I know it doesn't matter whatsoever, but I absolutely despise these new little stupid avatars. Like, they just look so dumb. Like, Coin Poker did something similar recently where they kind of like GG-ified their, the way that things look, and that is, I just think it's annoying. So even though the chip dump isn't going right now, as soon as they put this little symbol here at the tables, these things fill up fast. So we may need to start our own tables here. Right now we've got, do I recognize this player, Finkel? I think I might. I think I might. So, that's funny. That's a funny. But yeah, I knew that we would be running into our homies as I do this, so I may have to play at tables with people that we know, and I may have to kind of like avoid it as is necessary, But at this exact point, because I would have to wait for the blinds anyway, let's just start up a couple tables. Let's start up a couple tables, show you guys what's exactly possible from completely pure raw nothing. And during these chip dump things, oh man, they really like you starting tables anyway. They really like you starting tables anyway. So we clicked on one that was empty and it's now already full. That's how quickly these things go. And once again, it's starting in 7 hours and 22 minutes, guys. 7 hours, but they know as soon as they put the little symbol here that people go crazy for it. So that's very, very funny. We will we could get our entire 4 tables by simply starting 4 tables and then going from there, starting tables and then ending, like not ending, I'm sorry, leaving them if they do not become profitable for us. But yeah, this is going to be a nice little time to just kind of check, give you guys a little bit of an update as to like what I'm doing, where I've been. I've been all around the country. Literally, I drove from California to Massachusetts and back to California within a 3-week period of time, which may be the single most insane thing I've ever done in my life in terms of like stress and just like intensity. Like That was a lot. That was a lot. It was about 175 hours of driving, I calculated, about 175 hours I spent I'm sorry, not driving, 175 hours I spent in the car because I had to stop, I had to get gas, I had to eat, I had to sleep. So, the driving itself was about 92, 93 hours, 94 hours, but I spent about 175 hours in the car and, over a 3-week period of time. So that was bonkers, and I would not recommend that to anybody. So I have not gotten to play a ton in the last, few weeks. I have, of course, done a few VOD reviews, and I played a little bit here and there. I played one session back home at the, MGM Springfield. Shout out to the MGM, love those guys. But yeah, I haven't really been super on the grind. So right now I'm really just trying to get kinda back into the groove of things. Trying to get back into the groove of things. The action right now is, like, very oddly slow to start, but this is behind the grind. I'm gonna show you every little bit of, what it takes to have a winning poker session. I should have kept track of the last table that I closed out on. Yeah, that was this one here. Alright, so table, 001, we do not wanna open again. That was my bad. Let's try 112 and 556. See if we can't get a little something going. Little something going. It's been about 6 minutes, and we played 0 hands of poker. Okay. Alright, I think we're gonna take this table here. That's fine, yeah, just to get something going now. We're in position with 60 VPIP, and we're gonna, like, post kinda, like, not super late in position. So, cool. And we will keep our 2 tables that we're trying to get heads up on open. Already have a little bit of lag. I've been having some, what do you call it, some computer issues lately, so hopefully things run smooth today in this game and this and that, but if they don't, that is what it is. I can already feel a little bit of chunkiness right now. Is what it is. Alright, so we're gonna raise small against a weak player, gonna c-bet, you know, reasonably small, reasonably sized, probably the best hand. Just kinda go from there. Alright, action on 2 heads up tables. Yeah, I feel distinct lag at this exact moment, which is not great, so I apologize for any performance issues. Gonna go 4x from the BB, just because my hand's pretty good. Gonna go half pot. Try to, like, win it right there. I don't, but you know what, dude? We're gonna go half pot again. Gonna go half pot again on the turn gutter. Just because we turned equity, and it's like he doesn't need to have a king guaranteed. Okay. Well, I mean, we just kinda, like, fell into this situation, which we will take. Complete here with the queen 3. We're getting literally 8 to 1. It's like, our hand sucks, and we're probably gonna lose, but are we gonna really lose, like, over 87.5% of the time? Probably not. Take down this one right here. That's good. Now we're getting some action on all these tables, which is good here too. Min raise, king on the button is fine. Min raise, the ace 10 is fine, but we can go like a little bit bigger than that. I don't know any of these players yet. I don't need to say hello that big. I'm gonna fold here with the bottom pair. It's just like the worst board possible. Get 3-bet small. My hand's like really trash though. Really, really trash. And some of these decisions too, veteran tip when you're starting tables is it's okay. Like, see myself tanking down here. Like, we want this table to fill up. We're not trying to play like 2 heads up tables and this and that. We're trying to I actually will call here because we're getting pretty good price. These guys don't necessarily have to have us completely dominated. When everyone actually right? Yeah, when everyone misses the board, we can still win the pot some of the times too. Gonna call here with the suited 6-5 and gonna check back on the queen high board. And what I was saying here is I'm just letting the people fill up. I'm taking time with my decisions to let people fill. What a freaking here, bro. Just like check raise, go ham, right? So we defended, right? Yeah, we defended against him opening, and that was a huge c bet. So all right, now I think we're gonna go turn over bet, balance our ranges here a little bit. Oh, my numbers aren't set up on this computer. Damn, that sucks. Whatever. Here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, perfect. I want to bet an amount where if he calls and he jams, that I can rejam over him. So I don't want to lock myself out. So we're betting like exactly the amount. Bricks out. We may have the best hand. Probably not. Probably not. But we may. Let's check and see what this guy wants to do. If they want to bet like, I mean, let's see. Queen X is like super possible. They could have just checked. Or sorry, they could have just bet the flop with Queen X. So them defending makes me want to fold now. because I don't think I can beat them. I don't think I can beat them both. I would consider calling against just him, but them defending the call, I think I have to let it go. Yeah. I could definitely see calling their bet because Queen X is just very unlikely and a bunch of stuff missed. But like when they call, it's like fuck, dude. Like I put them on like a 7, honestly, like 7x. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why my computer is this chunky. I don't know what's going on. If I go on this screen here, is it still chunky too? Not as chunky. My monitor's been giving me issues. That might have been a misclick fold. My apologies. I didn't even really look at the situation. Here we're going to I'm actually gonna fold because it's gonna be very hard to play out of position. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna restart my monitor. I'm gonna unplug and replug it back in, and we're gonna kind of like time out on our tables a little bit here, but that's okay. Doing the best we can. Just trying to. Okay. It's a little bit better right now, and you guys can't see it. It's a little bit better, and you guys can't see it. All right, here we go. And now it's chunky again. Very interesting. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I've been having a lot of technical issues lately. I'm gonna keep this running. I'm gonna keep this going, and we're just gonna make do. We're just gonna make do. It's not gonna be the smoothest production, but you will get enough out of it. So I think even so far already, we've had like plenty of good instances that give us, examples on how to beat micro stakes poker. Get a flat with the king 9, just because we're getting really great odds. There's really no more advance than that. All right, we can close out this table here and try to get in over here. Oh boy. All right, so we are live here. We're doing this there. Perfect. Everyone join the Discord if you haven't yet. The link will be in the pinned comment and the description, but please get in there. Please get in there. So let's just see what we can find at the moment. I'll do everything in my power to make future productions, of better quality. But for now, we're going to just have to kind of deal with what we can get. Deal with what we can get. This isn't a terrible opponent, 42-8. But I'm looking for some real big fish. This is another reason why I personally have gravitated over towards the Omaha games is like the fish that you find over there are just like so insanely bad that wow, this guy, okay, yeah, never mind. I was like, maybe we can cold 4 or something. It's like, no, not when he's like got an 8% PFR. You could just like stab out here randomly. Like, I mean, yeah, you're 8 ways, but like this board doesn't hit really anybody. The amount of times where you just bet and kind of win here is like really very often. I'll bet small again. Try to get some overcards and fold their equity. I mean, of all the runouts in the freaking world, bro. Of all the runouts in the freaking world. Dude actually had trips. Wow. Damn, I was betting the worst hand the whole way. That's crazy. But that's kind of like I've mentioned many times in the Discord as well. These are the instances that you'll see me personally like bluff too much, maybe, is when I'm just value betting straight too thin because I've seen so many players call down way too thin. So it's really not something I can fault myself for. All right, this is table number 5, 31, 31, 44, 105. We're not going to open up again. 203. See what 203 is all about. We can just start another table, by the way, because like we've kind of got our tables going already. And at this point in time, if you guys haven't watched one of my videos before or seen, what I call this is a perfect time for a fish report. Fish report number 1. See what we got to our direct right. 67-8 and a 61-24. Beautiful. So we don't even really need to look at the rest of the table, but a 33-18 and a 25-16 to our direct left is actually amazing. 45-13, 40-17, 39-12. Fish report not so great on table 1. We could actually try to stand to find a new table 1. Table 2, we're looking at 31-19, 47-13. Not that, okay, 65-13. We can stay with that. Even though they're a little shorter stacked, they're short stack too across the table. What's our direct left? 44-19, 66-21. A lot of short stacks here. I think these were the 2 tables that we started too. So you kind of just like get what you can. So we're going to keep table 3 for sure. We're going to move off of table 1 and we're going to keep table 2 simply due to the volume. We want to try and make or get as many hands in as possible. I should of course have looked at the table that I was just leaving, but that's fine. We actually have a whole bunch that are 7 out of 8. These ones are often going to be filled up when you get to them, but I'm still going to click around, see what I can find. Go as quick as I can. 50, that's not terrible, bro. Let's try direct left, 3, 4, 15, for sure. That's not horrible. We'll take this one for now. 3 seats to our direct left, which is going to be the big blind. Sorry, the straddle when we're on the button is a weak player, which is like a good position to have. And then 2 seats to our right. try 3 seats to our right. We have a pretty sizable fish, so we can live with that. But yeah, the Omaha streets lately are just so unbelievably full of players with incredibly high VPIPs that just don't know what they're doing. So it's been pretty tough for me personally to stray away from that. I forget what the exact, I think it was 2114 to start. Should have written that down, but we will. I can always just do the score, you know, at the end of the what you call it, at the end of or at the beginning, I should say, at the next video. Like, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, like being 100% exact. And I can just have it on screen for you guys right now, anyway, post production style. So you guys will know where we're at. But in real time, because in real time, honestly, I don't even really care. You know, like it's not something that you should really focus on in real time. Like how well you're doing, quote unquote, like in this one session. You know, it is all just the one big session, so it really does not matter. The real kind of focus right now is like just maintaining our tables, making sure that everything's good. You know, like when people are like right here, actually, we could even go like move over, like consider moving. Like if this person leaves, like taking their seat would actually be pretty good. Smaller stack, so we're gonna ISO. Sorry, I was talking too much. I could have raised bigger here, obviously, but I've said this several times before. If you don't know what to raise and you're kind of like, just like, oh, I should raise, just mid raise. It's fine. I could have obviously raised bigger here, but I was looking at this stack here, and this guy's like a little small. That's why I kind of sized down against him. Just go modest. You know, super dry board. Of course, there's a flush draw out there, but like it's hard to hit this board in particular. So yeah. Hopefully we don't get check raised in this turn, but we're gonna bet again. And we're obviously just betting for value over here. Now, do we barrel this river here? I think we have to, right? I think this is a bet fold. Yeah, this is a bet fold. This is a bet fold. Because they're gonna call you with just like a lot of stuff, but they're only gonna really raise their flushes. So it's just a bet fold. And you just have to be like, you have to have that diligence. And when you call it a bet fold, you have to be ready to fold when they raise. And I mean, they called this down unbelievably light, which is just crazy. I mean, the flush got there, the king was already there, and they're just like, yep, pair of sixes or fours or whatever the hell it was, no problem. No problem for me, champ. I'm there. So value bet light, value bet thin always. Never never give people a chance to like kind of get off the hook when you have them in an advantage situation. Come on, 6. Ugh. No, we can't really do anything with it. I was like, if he has an ace on the turn, or if he has an ace and he slow plays it, and then we bank that 6, we could definitely stack him. But once that 10 pairs, we physically cannot. All right. Oh. I think, hold on a sec. Stand up here. 64. Yeah. Take this seat. Stand up, take that seat. I should have waited one hand, but you know what? It's better to like post than to not get the seat at all. So it's fine. It's better to post one out than to just miss out on the seat entirely. And now we have position on a 64-16. Standing up and grabbing new seats is just as valuable as finding a new table altogether. You know, if you can, damn it, dude, it's such a pain in my butt because I'm doing it. It's like if you can, they still may deal me and they may not make me wait, depending because I posted the blinds right now, which would be amazing. That'd be really amazing. This site is really weird. They're very inconsistent about when they force you to post the blinds. Like I cannot lie. There's sometimes where like I will buy in like 3 blind table and they'll let me post like the small blind or something. Like it's very, very weird. I don't think that they coded this thing properly. They're gonna make me wait. All good. All good. I need to get rid of that sound. I think that sound is when people join in on the Discord just to see like what tables I'm at. I believe that's what we're hearing. But yeah, I'm not talking in the Discord. Like people cannot hear my thoughts right now because that would effectively just be streaming. And I don't have a way to like prevent myself from getting stream sniped at the moment. So I'm just gonna kind of go at it this way where I'm going to record my session. This is barely an open in like in GTO world, but I'm still gonna do it here because we're not in GTO world. Limp? Yeah, no. No. I'm just trying to take advantage of this guy, really. I don't really care about this dude. And they called. Interesting. They called 2, which is standard. This is kind of a one and done spot. We can represent the ace. They really can. I mean, they can, of course. They can have ace whatever. But we have, like, all the aces, you know? This dude's taking a long time. He's being 20. Ugh. Still gonna go for it. I hate it, but I'm still gonna go for it. I hate when they show any interest in the pot, but you have to treat a min bet like a check. That's like the conventional wisdom. So just kind of C bet there. Your raise is a C bet. It's like whatever. Usually people kind of have at least some interest in the pot when they min bet out like that. Min raise, huh? I mean, we're getting like 12-1, so sure. We're getting 4-1. I'll mind a little over limp here. A little over limp action against some weak players. 67% in position. Versus 5x, pretty tight range. Just gonna let the suited king go. Just gonna kind of give it up on most of these spots here. We're just kind of playing our raw equity. Sometimes you're just kind of playing basic ass poker. You know, you have a weak hand, but you're getting really good odds. I mean, this we could maybe turn something into. 3 people check to us. We have backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Sure, take it. You know, that's like the power of position right there. The power of position plus a little bit of aggression can earn you some like little pots here and there. I don't mind a little 3x action with the 68 suited. I typically tend to go on like the smaller side of opening when I'm raising like speculative hands, and the bigger side when I'm raising for value. And I truly do not care that I'm playing outwardly exploitable. I actually could have raised here with the suited ace, but I did not. And now that we're 5 ways, I'm just gonna check my bottom pair, but I could also see myself betting it. I'm gonna bet pot here. We have a gut shot and runner, kind of all that down there. I'll call your check min raise, sir. If we can hit a dink and 9 would be really nice. You know, we also have backdoor club equity, and it was like a very modest price. You know, we're getting like 4-5-1, so it's one of those like very infrequent hits. But when you do hit, you can potentially make a lot of money. Sometimes too, the card that gives you a straight is what gives them 2 pair trips and all that, or sorry, 2 pair plus. Like maybe well, not trips really, and not hopefully not plus, because plus could be a better straight. But we are just trying to kind of cooler them in that situation. I don't have to fight for every pot in my brain. Like now with the ace on the turn, I actually don't mind betting it. But like without that, without something to represent, without something to try to get them to fold off, like, you know, we got like next to nothing. So I don't need to like try to bet every single hand. I feel like that's kind of a very easy way to fall into when you're used to playing against people who have such wide ranges. Like, oh my god, well, they never have anything, so I might as well just bet. And it's like, yeah, but sometimes they just have bottom pair and they want to call you down. So, but when the aces, people do typically play pretty honest. 15. We're getting a pretty good price here. Connectivity, unlikely to get raised. We'll continue. You know, it's like this outcome right here. What just happened is the most likely thing to happen. The big blind's going to complete. The small or the straddle is going to just check, and we can sometimes hit like, you know, very similar to what we've just been talking about. Mediocre hands that are getting good prices. Not at all mandatory for playing like profitable poker, but it's where I personally am finding like the next layer of value in my game. So that's why I will kind of speculate a little bit more often. But if you guys see some of these hands and you're like, man, he queen 8 off on the button, or 6-8, or sorry, 6-7 offsuit from the small blind, like these seem pretty loose and pretty speculative. You absolutely do not need to play them like that, you know? It's almost like if I make an EV mistake, albeit a very slight one, like I'm cool with that at this point in my poker career. I'm cool with kind of like growing via learning, via pushing the envelope a little bit too far in one direction or the other. Call really quickly, bro. Tells me no one really got anything. And I want to tell people, hello, I'm here. I haven't really made any big raises. I like to tell people that I'm here when I like to make really big raises for value, like I said. So to show people that I'm willing to make really big raises, that sucks. It's nice to like kind of just do it straight up when you have like a chance to kind of just straight steal. We're gonna call this because we're getting 4-1. We're in position. We do have the ability to like just have us both miss and win the pot, but it's not great, obviously. This is like one of the weakest hands we could possibly have this with, or be in this type of situation with. And just straddle here. This is like another one. You guys like don't have to raise the 6-4 offsuit. You don't have to flat with the 98 suited. I'm going to, but you don't have to. So I'll try to like specify that when these instances occur. This one's a little bit too speculative. You made it 4x, and I think we can just let that one go. This one we can check. This one we're going to overlimp and raise are both fine because we just had to get 3-bit last time by that guy, which is super annoying. I'm actually going to overlimp and then maybe call a raise versus raising and then, well, maybe not from him. I was, you know, expecting from the very aggressive player. Check here again. Ace is a terrible turn card for us. Now we can like really do very little against a lot of his range. So we just kind of have to check and react to what he does. Getting a pretty decent price, low key. I could see going either way here, dude. Getting like 5-1. Getting like 5-1. It's like really tough to mess up on when you're getting that odds. We are just hoping this guy's got nothing at this point. Hoping he's got like an ace king, ace jack, and he missed. We do not want to see a raise. A call's okay. Call is okay. We do not want to see a raise. Tough spot. It's a close spot, but I think we're gonna bet. I think we're gonna bet. We really would like to see this gentleman fold, and then just get heads up with them. Yeah, ace king, ace jack, almost certainly they call. I think we have to call if they jam because it's like a lot of draws bricked. They check to us, huh? I think it's close between jam and check back. I think they're like so bad that we have to jam. I think they're so bad that we have to jam. Like I just think that there's too much stuff that they can actually call us with. Like if they have like 10-8 or whatever, they may genuinely just call us there. So I think you have to jam there. It's very that whole hand was very close, very loose, very speculative. I will not front. I will not front. All right, here though we cannot let this person. Now this is an interesting spot where normally like, you guys always see me advocating for raising much bigger, but this time we're gonna actually go for this guy here. I raise smaller because I don't want to. If they call and he jams, I want to be able to rejam just because his stack size. That's why I made it only 3x right now. But for here, I only made it 3x because whatever, bro. If you have like 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, he still folds, and not 7s obviously. But sweet. So yeah, here it's just like the stack size is like SPR is already so small. Okay, well, you have better hand than me, but I still had to 3-bet. Still had to 3-bet for value. But now they've clearly shown that they have a much better hand than we do. Well, I guess not much better. This is actually an okay overlimp on the button with the king 8 offsuit. Like, this is going to be a very common trend when it comes to these micro stakes games. Is people are just going to give you a lot of really good odds and really good prices. All right, back down to no poker. All right, getting called in 2 places means that almost certainly one person has an ace when we don't turn any additional equity, no heart, no 9, no queen. We just kind of have to slow down, give it up. Yeah, probably ace-x versus ace-x right here. This is a spot, too, where if everyone checks to us, once again, power position, a little bit of aggression, you can just kind of bet, take down the pot on the ace-high board, and you do have, like, a bunch of backdoors going with the 8, connects with the 7-5, club connects with the 2 clubs on the board. So, win bet into, not as attractive of an offer. So we're just going to let it go. Actually, I should not have had the autofold check here. Now that it's raised, I can autofold. It's honestly like whatever. Like the amount you choose here is like so. It really doesn't even mean that much. You're really just trying to get them to fold / improve. I don't even mind checking to see if they have a 10. Do you have a 10, sir? You'll tell me, right? That's the amount that I was considered betting. We're getting perfect odds to just call, play our hand kind of face up. This is a spot where it's like if we don't get a good river card, like it's really hard to bet them off of a 10. And okay. Cool. Interesting that they didn't even consider betting. They didn't even consider trying to bet us off of a 10, which is super weird. I, of course, am going for a check raise there against 4x and lower flushes. Even against the 4x ISO, bro, I don't know, man. This is really not that bad of a situation. Unlikely to get 3-bet behind. These games are so passive. Very likely to get at least one caller in addition to the PFR. It's like we're going to go 3 ways to the flop most of the time. It's just it's a decent proposition. That's all I can really say. Continuation bets on a board like this is like just gonna play our hand for raw equity at this point. Like they're playing as if they have the hand that they're representing. They may not like that card. They like that card. I wonder if they have ace jack, maybe? Ace king at this point? I mean, ace king doesn't necessarily hit that flop so hard. We have to fold here, but I actually want to pick their hand, low-key, just to see, like, is it AJ? It is AJ, okay. Ace jack was like the hand that kind of made the most sense in that instance. Kind of funny. I was watching the Lodge live stream last night, finishing up really. I've been watching it for like feels like forever now because I was on my trip. The one with like Garrett and Alan Keating and Polk and A couple other people were there. Oh, Bill Perkins. So, and in that particular, at one point in the commentary, like they were mentioning, yeah, people don't really. I think Terrace asked Doug Polk. He's like, people don't really put people on specific hands anymore, do they? It's more about ranges, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of poker in 2026. But right there, it's like Ace Jack just made so much more sense than any other one hand that it kind of just worked out. Queen X is possible. Jack 10 is possible. 9x is unlikely. Busted spades is likely. I think call here is actually fine, low key. I think call is actually fine, low key. Just because um, so much stuff misses, and like 9x is not gonna bet like that. Deuce X is unlikely. I really don't mind that call down. That seems fine. Beautiful board. Honestly, it's hard to hit monotone boards, so like this is like a good spot to expect to get a one and done fold. A little too weak to speculate. If it was Jack 7 suited, I could honestly see myself defending here. But I actually probably wouldn't even recommend you guys do it because it's like a little, I know I've been pushing the envelope a lot in some of these speculative hands, and that's just how I am at the moment. Like my current stats are 22-15 now. Sorry, 22-15. They were 21-15. They're gonna go up over time because like I have been expanding my range. Fuck. Whatever, dude. Literally whatever. That's my commentary for that play, and that's the sand. Like, if you want more than that, it's like this is hard to lose money in. We have a very good hand. We are in a situation where that fucking sucks. Hopefully, this guy's got like, hopefully they just all have pairs and our cards are somehow live. But yeah, just jamming Ace King is like usually okay. Ace King suited is like extra balance, extra benefit. 10-10, Ace 10. Ugh. Wow. 10 too. Oh my god, and I get to just chop my money up. Let's get to chop my money up. Still plenty of equity there. Like it's fine. It's fine. That's kind of like one reason too why I have honestly, I don't want to say never, but see, we're gonna exploitably size up here just like as a default. Exploitably, we've gone 3x every time, and now we're gonna go 4x with just a good hand. It's literally how you can play in these games. Nice. Okay. Not all in, obviously. Gonna bet 520 jam the turn. 520 jam the turn. Just checking to confirm that he did fold a hand that might have called a smaller bet, but if they ever have ace X, bro, if they ever have ace X, it's like, that's how you get them, bro. That's how you get them. They're never going to fold the top pair, so. Ultra exploitable now this hand. We're going to go half pot. It's just so fucking funny, dude. Because it works. It really does. It really does, I promise. But yeah, one thing I can say is alright is like no limit hold'em inherently just has like a lot of flipping and a lot of like going all in pre-flop with like mediocre equity, like with ace king suited there. Like that guy jamming, we kind of have to overjam over him. And the 10-10 versus ace, like the 10-10 actually is really nice because the dude had one of his tens, but then he also had one of my aces. So it was kind of a fair fight, honestly. From an equity perspective, 1000% plus EV. From a reality perspective, 1000% just kind of like fucking stupid in my opinion. It's like this is not what I'm here for poker. I'm here for like intricate post flop play, not like just jamming pre-flop with two good cards. Like that's gambling, and I just don't really care about gambling as much as I care about trying to get as much skill as I can in the game. But I do, of course, accept that the game involves a lot of that kind of stuff. So, we're here to embrace. And that's kind of like the point of a challenge like this is to move up in stakes. You have to endure a lot of hands like that. You're going to win your fair share. You're going to lose your fair share. And sometimes during streaks of time, you will win or lose your not fair share. Running hot or cold is just going to be part of the game. So once again, absorbing those losses, kind of like the way that you react to variance of extremes in both directions truly are the definitive points of a winning poker player / a true crusher. You want to be as level-headed as possible. You cannot let a single swing get to you. You can't let 2, 3, 4, 5 swings get to you. You kind of just have to stay the course, know that you're doing what is inherently winning poker, and you're just here to ride the waves. Getting quite a few playable hands. I haven't even opened up a fourth table yet. I guess it's like another topic we could talk about. You don't always feel the need to play like your maximum number of tables as well. Gonna 3-bet for value here. Gonna. If this guy didn't just min re-raise, I think we easily could have called. But his short stack plus his raise size makes it very unappealing. Try to ISO here. Tough board. We have the back doors. That's really weird into us. Really loose spot if we call. Really tight spot if we fold. They actually bet like almost the perfect number. Curious. Interesting. Okay, so their weak donks are extremely weak. Extremely weak. Now, didn't they? Were they the person who donked min before and we raised? I think they might have been. Yeah. So just keep that out for Captain Whales. Captain Whales likes to donk. The whale likes to donk. Cool table. Wish these guys had more money, but whatever. Wow, a lot of weak play. A lot of weak stats around the table. All right, so we saw them call our $2 raise. Let's see if they call a $4 raise. That's how I like to test people. He will. Let's see next time if he'll call a what you call it, $6 raise. I think because we folded last time that he does not have a very good hand here. That's all I can say. I think because we folded last time that he does not have a very good hand here. All right. Rejam. Obviously, just because with the cold caller. Flipping stacks. Ace queen, ace jack. We flopped a king and we took it down. Very nice. It's just like, why would he donk there for an even bigger amount when we folded last hand if he wanted action? That's all that I could. That's all that was going through my brain right there. Like, very fucking weird hand because we made the we made the size, so there's a lot of meta going on immediately. We had just 3-bet him before. We folded to his smaller bet. Okay. We decided to test him via the 2x 3-bet, something, by the way, that I never see you guys ever do in the VOD. So, like, if you're going to learn anything from this video today, take that fucking shit with you right there. If someone just called you for a 5x 3-bet, 3-bet him 10x. He's a fish. See what he's going to do. Look at the guy's stats. He's 64-17. See what he's going to do. And literally, the next time we 3-bet him, we're probably going to 3-bet him to $6 or $8. He opens to 40 cents. We're going to make it $6 to $8. That's my plan. We're just going to keep sizing up for value because he's shown us a willingness to call. And he didn't even see our last hand last time. And if he saw the ace king, oh my God, if he checked our hand, he's going to be so fucking mad. So, like, yeah, no. We have to just kind of keep exploiting. That's why I see too many of you guys letting these weak players off the hook, and like just look at these extreme sizes that I'm giving them for punish, just to punish them, I should say. Suited ace, they checked here. We're gonna make it a pretty big size. This fucking sucks. I hate getting a small pair like this. I don't want to fold it. I'm gonna play 2.5x, kind of like almost like a blocker bet pre-flop. And if we do get 3-bet, we can maybe even still call some percentage of the time. But I really like playing my small pairs from early position. The solver does not. The solver tells you to fold this shit. And I can't say that it's wrong, but when you're up against so many bad players, the value of flopping a set is just like so big. This is unfortunate here, but it's okay. We've like shown wow, 7%, and they're gonna jam over us. Okay, that's like guaranteed a better hand than us every single time, of course. So we have to fold. Just unfortunate that they picked it up during a hand that we decided to tell people I am here. If you guys haven't been here long enough to know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say I am here, and I am here raise, it's based off of My Hero Academia. If you guys have never seen MHA, you've certainly seen the main hero of it, All Might, on some promotional poster or something, in the last 5-6 years. It's a very like common anime character. And his number one thing when he reaches the battlefield is "I am here," and I love to tell the table at poker, when they don't know me, I love to tell them that I am here. And how do you tell people I am here? By making egregious sized opens, raises, bets, this and that. Notice, we mentioned him once already. Notice Mr. Keating, whenever you guys want to watch a high stakes live stream, he does two things very frequently. One, he will show up to the game late, and one, as soon as he sits down, he will play a big pot, or he'll try to play a big pot at least, and he'll do so via some ridiculous raise before the flop, and he'll tell people, "I am here with like King 5 or whatever, some bullshit," and that I think is always cool because it sets the tempo, it sets the mood, it sets the we're gambling today, folks. I am here. You guys just saw me open here to 7 BB with a suited ace. Most people do not open to 7 BB. Most people open to 3 BB, 4 BB. So now because I have opened to 7 BB, and I think we did it earlier too with the ace 8, and we got min 3-bet by this guy as well. So it's like both times, like we're of course gonna get action from him, but both times we opened, we got resistance, meaning we've been noticed. So I am here has been effective. Now when we get ace ace, we can open up to 7, 8, 9 BB if we want to, because it's not gonna look weird from us. It will look weird from every other player who has not done it yet. So you have to. I mean, this is like the most conventional wisdom of poker that has like kind of been solidified into players' brains is do not sacrifice EV this hand for EV to gain EV later on. Like you don't want to ever make a negative EV play right now to make a positive EV play later on. And I've always thought that was fucking stupid and just supreme bullshit. If you are not sacrificing EV at times to gain more EV later on, are you even fucking playing poker? I don't think so. With how exploitable you can be in some of these games and how exploitative some people play and how much you can take advantage of that, bruh, you push the envelope. Like, we're not going to see these people every day for the rest of our lives. Like, you have one or two hands to really max exploit some of these players. So do it. So do it. It's okay to play one hand bad for a little bit and then to play another hand for a massive. Like, if you sacrifice like 2, 3, 4 BB in EV one hand to make up hundreds of BBs later, is that not hustling? Is that not the nature and the art of poker? Is that not the art of the gamble? Is that not what we're all here for? Is that not the entire premise of this whole thing? You do a little bit over here to make it seem like you're kind of shitty, and then you pull an expert move on the other end when they're not expecting it, and you really take advantage. Like, to me, that is what playing poker is all about. I understand that there's GTO. I understand that there's, playing the rock, paper, scissors of life, just balancing your 33, 33, 33, but no one plays that way, so you don't have to balance that way. So many people play unbalanced that you yourself can play max unbalanced and really just completely profit from this game. And of course, you want to study we haven't told people that we're here at this table yet, but we also don't really need to. People like just suck, and we're not going to make a massive EV gain by raising huge here with an ace 8 suited. So we can just and then now we can call a hand like this. It's like, what if we made it like, $1 and they wanted to go 3x to $3? That sucks. But if we go limp and then they make it 3x to 3 BB, that's amazing. Now we're getting great pricing. How did this thin the field that much, bro? How did you fold, dude? Jeez, y'all are crazy. All right, now we can call here, call here. Cool. We're going to play our 8-8 on the button. Ace 5 off is a little bit loose, but checking all these players are kind of loose too, or kind of tight too, I should say, in position to us, except for this one guy. So checked too. Why not? Yeah. Backdoor, backdoor. We have backdoor straight with the jack or the 10. We have backdoor diamonds. I'll take it. Suited queen is pretty loose. I'm not going to lie. Suited queen is pretty loose. This is actually kind of a loose defend as well here, but we connect with the middling cards here. We can represent clubs. Can do a few different things. Very dry board here. I love that. I love dry boards. So we're going to see back here. Try to take it down. We don't. That kind of sucks. I think we actually have to give it up. This one here kind of sucks. He's gonna keep really betting. Wow. For sure. Okay. Only thing that really sucks here is that ace king kind of gets there. I actually think we're gonna call one more time. He could easily be barreling with a which is like overcards plus a club. I think he has a king and we're just fucked. I don't know if I can get him to fold it, bro. That's the thing. My line doesn't look super like. I think we're just gonna lose to a king here, Loki. Jack, jack. Huh? Okay. Okay. And even then, I still don't know if we can get him to fold. We'd have to raise the turn and then bet the river. Loose call on the turn, for sure. Loose call on the turn. But I don't mind it. I don't mind keeping people honest. That big jam turn. For the against clubs, against kings. I could see betting small jamming turn to try to get value from like, 8-8 as well, but like I don't really care. I think we're gonna get more value from king X and clubs that way, so I'll just focus on the higher end. And sometimes people just still speculate. Like, there's no saying that someone's going to guaranteed fold a pair of eights to you right there. Whatever. Oh, man. Getting 7-1. 7-1. No, we're not. They just check a lot of the time. I mean, they do have a 22% PFR, so I guess, or 32%, so I guess we could just fold there, honestly. It's fine. That's fine. Yeah, folding there is probably better than just trying to get in. If they have like a 10% PFR, that's way more reasonable. 4x, exploitable. Go bigger than that. Go like 8x. Max exploitable. A couple times here for value, reasonable size. Bet fold, basically. That's like kind of our plan. Two very medium kind of players, like both 30, and they're VPIP in the 30s, so like we can't expect like too much craziness from them, but also I'm not going to expect any expert play from anybody here. Is my fish report here? This guy's not that bad. This guy's not that bad. I should leave this table, bro. What am I doing here? Yeah, just bet fold. Like, if we get raised at any point, we're probably just mucking ourselves. Yeah, I can see myself leaving after this hand here. And once again, guys, sorry for the choppy play. Like, I know that this footage is not, like, great, but I've just been having so many technical issues, and I have to get this going. All right. Ugh, damn. I didn't look at the table number before I left it, which was stupid of me. All right, we've been going for 46 minutes, but this challenge is going to take us a while, so each of these videos is going to have to be at least an hour, and I do not edit them because it is, of course, behind the grind. I'm showing you guys every single moment, every little kind of frame of what it takes to be a professional at even the smaller limits. You know, trying to maximally exploit, trying to maximally just get the advantage that we possibly can. Close, speculative and close, but I'm actually going to try to play a little more tight right there. But I could definitely see calling with the 8-9. All right, yeah, I should have kept track of that last table, but whatever. Try to get back on the 4. 51, 26, 69, 40. Jesus, bro. I think we got to take this one. It's like posting, be damned, I don't even really care, right? Okay, we can try our trick. We're going to stand up this table because the button's going to move from here to here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we don't want to post twice in a row. So what we're going to do is I'll show you guys the stand up, sit down method. Oh, I got to mute you guys too. Sorry. Yeah, you guys can't be. Sorry. But hello, welcome. Thank you guys for joining in, and you're always welcome to join in to see what we're doing. Ah, I missed it. Damn it. Sorry, but I'm gonna stand up and sit down. But hey, whatever. The poker gods rewarded us with a beautiful hand. I am here, everybody. Oh, why did you have to make it so big, bro? Nice hand. Nice hand. Right. But yes, we are live. We are playing well, crushing these guys pretty good. I mean, from an EV perspective, like a playing perspective, like we've been really doing very well, I would say. Few medium spots here and there. We did just kind of get raised off of our spot there. It's a poster. It's fine. Speculative raise. A little small. Beautiful. Get him out. Unfortunate with the 8-8. We can't really continue versus a bet of that size. Gonna c-bet my equity. Hopefully we can just take it down on the flop. Not really looking to kind of go too much further with the hand. This is like awkward because it's like a lot of draws out there, so we have to bet for value. Easily could be behind. This dude has been like terrible all day, so we're gonna obviously ISO. He wants to go for more, sure. I'm actually going to just let him have it here. I can't mess around on an ace-high board like that. Happy that we took it down with the ace-jack and the 7-9 right there, just for c-bets. Like, sometimes just winning the equity raw is like fine, you know. Like, everyone had at least a little bit of equity, and if we can get them to fold theirs, and we just kind of profit, I'll take that. We're getting a really good price here. We're getting like a little bit over 7-1, so like you kind of have to call with the suited king. This is back to a mediocre spot that is kind of a what would you call it? It's a product of our equity. Like it's a product of our equity and pot odds. Like we're simply given too good of a proposition to fold. Like it's not good enough to raise. So it's just like we're here. This guy really seems to want to get all in, huh? Seems to really want to double up. All right. We've been going for about 50 minutes. I probably won't go for too much over an hour today. Just 'cause I'm actually getting kind of hungry. But it's been a good session, and we're going to continue this series as soon as possible. Let's go. We could either call or raise here. This guy's been so aggressive that I think calling is just fine. Like, I think he's not aggressive exactly, but I'm sorry, sticky. I think he's going to just call pre-flop and probably not let us ISO. Here is just a flat, I think. Yeah, flat is fine. Flat is fine. 3-bet is like a little... We could probably 3-bet this guy. 30-25. Could probably 3-bet him. That might have been a little bit loose/passive on our end. Another raise, huh? But from the big fish. Weird spot. Weird spot. I actually have an idea. I've been thinking about this for a while now, but I haven't really done it too much. We're gonna go for like a small 4-bet. Small 4-bet, like just to ISO him with what is probably the best hand. And if anyone else kind of comes along, we get to just kind of like get out of the way. Gonna bet we have tons of backdoors. Hey, min raise, dude. That's really, really tough. We're getting like 6-1, and there's a lot of backdoors. Oh my God, I really want to call. I'm gonna call. Our ace or jack might be good as well. Like just straight up, ace or jack might be good. But yeah, tough spot. Hell yeah. Right? Right? I think you got a jam river, right? Oh, nice turn. Nice turn. Nice turn. Nice turn. I think you got a jam river though. Yeah, I play a little bit too loose with my value betting to not jam that river there. I really do. Nice raise on the flop too. Kind of put me in a tough position. This is an interesting spot. Potentially beat, but we can still see where we're at on like if he like snap checks turns, we can kind of bet and win a lot of the time. Position is like the real reason why we're calling right here, honestly. It's just kind of like see if he bets again. We have the 10% chance that we improve as well. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Little loose, little speculative. I think yeah, that's a tough spot there, but I'm never gonna fault myself for going too loose for value. I really can't. Like there's just too much stuff there that can call us. Yeah, there's just way too much stuff that can call us. Not my style, unfortunately. What did we have, by the way? 6 and 7, yeah. So good cold 4-bet on our end. Now this hand here, like this is gonna be reminiscent of that ace king hand that we played against Captain not too long ago. The amount here is massive. He goes 80, we go 720. And then we're just gonna pretty much jam most flops. Yep, we're in. Obviously. That's how you exploit a player like that. We're just gonna flat against the solid player here. Okay. Min 3, we can deal with that. So just make sure that you guys are, going for max value against players like this. We're gonna give you the action. All is fine. I think raise is also fine on this flop too. Okay. You guys may play it out. Really close. I think we're actually gonna call because this guy's in the hand. He's like really bad. I can see a bet. I can see a check back. I can see a bet. I can see a check back. try to just win. Try to just win the hand. Sorry, I'll try to like keep muting people as they come in. Or mute soundboard. Maybe that's what I do. Okay. Did I not hit this? Sorry. Ooh, we hit that. Wow, now my thing is just like completely lagging all over the place. Well, there's a lot of people in this pot, so it's very easy that someone else could have hearts, but we're still just jamming it. Min 3-bet, huh? Well, okay. I mean, we almost doubled up that hand. Effectively doubled up. Extreme amounts of lag right now. I think the Discord stream is contributing to it as well. It's okay. It's something that I can't play through. I just feel bad. Just talking to guys in the Discord. Some people, I'm like kind of. This is like the first day that we're doing this. I'm kind of explaining what we're doing and why I'm doing it this way. Getting 5-1 suited king. Good call. Ah, funk me. As soon as I went to click there, I was like, shit, this is a great board to fucking donk on. That was bad. I should have donked. Great board to donk on. Stupid. Hey, at least we hit a good turn as well. I'm gonna overbet the turn actually for value. Overbet for value against flush draws against this guy, and then check call the river, like against brick on a lot of brick rivers. Where's our mana? Right? CPKI. Yeah, we're gonna crush this guy too continuously because he's just so bad. This dude's like, oh no, it's not the same guy. Super aggressive. Let's go 3x. Go 3x. We're like, okay, pretty solid. I think we can just like check and react here. Big raise here out of the ISO. Go 5. Complete here with the jack 8 suited. Good value, but like not great, good enough to open slash ISO. Keep him honest. Keep him honest. We now beat 5x and 3x. Really? Alright, fine, bro. I'm gonna believe you, and you better not be fucking lying to me right now. Alright. Now we're still getting a good price here with jack 8. But yeah, we just kind of have to believe Flex there when he bets twice because like he's not. He hasn't given us any indicator to say that he's lying to us. So like you just kind of have to believe him even when we do hit the turn. Call here, getting like 6-1. Damn. Really wanted to see that turn card for this price. I'm getting like just barely the proper price, dude. I'm gonna fold. Just barely. There's times where it's reverse implied odds too, where they have bigger hearts, so it's like whatever, dude. 3-bet here, mandatory. We're in position. They raise too small. Their PFR is too big. Nice ends. Nice ends. I can't continue after that. I don't think. He locks the pot too. He locks the pot too. What in God's name, bro? All right. Well, fuck me. Fuck me then. Just didn't think a 46-20 was gonna be that stupid. I mean, the board is it's protected. Like you're not you don't get to bluff in that end. Like you have to bring your hand to showdown with that guy in the pot. So okay, good to know. That doxed is insane, and we'll jam pre with Jack 5 suited. Absolutely insane. And sometimes you just kind of have to like get not like owned, but like you have to let yourself get exploited yourself, like in overfold type action, like where that's just that shouldn't be an overfold because they shouldn't have Jack 5 suited there. But if they're gonna show up with Jack 5 suited consistently, then of course it's an overfold. But I think most of the time when you 3-bet someone pretty big too, like I did 3-bet pretty sizable, that they're going to show up like an actual hand there. When the other guy calls too to lock in the pot, man, like that's really crazy. So unless there was some incredible leveling going on there, I think it was just more of like a this guy just wanted to gamble in that exact moment. But most people aren't going to try to gamble that hard. And if they do, they're going to end up all in every single hand, and you're going to kind of notice that. Right. Really important to, I don't know how to word it, kind of maintain your own person, as you're playing. So I'm drinking my water, drinking my coffee, going to hit my little vape, just kind of keep me a little extra focused. Can of course do play, you can grind poker for a long time without any of this stuff, but it just makes it easier. And like, why make the game hard? Why make such a difficult game any harder? Mix is fine. You flop the set. He's betting. We're just gonna call down. If he's bluffing, let him keep bluffing. Terrible turn card. Whatever. Show what you got, bro. Cool. Yeah, I am not surprised that we stacked them because they were like really bad. Not much better in life than chilling, sitting back, puffing your vape, and having someone just jam into you, drawing effectively dead. Not much better in life than that. All right, let's play for another 10, 15 minutes, and then we're gonna close this up. I think this was a very good example of how to grind it out at the NL20 limit. I am happy to see that NL20 is still playing like complete shit. Everyone still sucks down here, so cool. That's good to know. There's so much room for speculation. Like, if you're trying to grow as a poker player, you really can at these limits. You really can. This is unfortunately going to be a fold for me. Honestly, like if this guy didn't open, like, only almost a jam, bro. Low key, just because this guy's so freaking wide. See a little half pot stab here. See a little half pot stab here. 6-6 plays really similar to like ace king in this instance. Perhaps king queen, ace queen right here, something like that. Let's see. Just gotta keep betting. Just gonna bet jam, I think. Yeah, bet jam is good. Well, not against him, obviously, because that would be a little ridiculous. But against like his sizing, against him, we would have gone bet over bet. And the reason why we go bet jam is because like sometimes people just play shitty and they like. Is he really ever gonna fold like not bet a 6 here though? Is he really ever not gonna bet a 6 here though, dude? Sometimes, dude, if you ever check back a 6 here, I would be so fucking mad. Thank you, because like I want to let him bluff some percentage of the time, let him bluff some percentage of the time. But if he ever checks back 9-6, dude, then like it's like the shittiest thing in the fucking world. If he ever checks back 9-6, but like I don't think he can. I just don't think he can. How can you? Really? Really? What do you guys think? Is this too crazy? Nah, fuck him. I think it's too crazy. Don't think it's too crazy at all. Very wide. Very wide. 32%, bro. Suited ace, 100 BBs. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. We are not running well in our pre-flop all-ins. Well, we did have a king all in pre-flop that we did run good in, so I guess I can't complain fully. It's okay. We will win that back on the back end. We're actually running extremely average in those. Simply, we haven't run well in them is what I'm really complaining about. This is actually an okay spot to flat. We have position. We have a decent hand. We have 3 players who are very likely to just flat us in position. So, do I not have auto reload on? That's great. That's great. That's fantastic to realize that with king king. Bum, 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 bum. 4x here is fine as well. This guy folds and it didn't matter. Ah, it mattered. It fucking mattered. It mattered. I actually think check back here. There's so many things that people can just be slow playing. Um, yeah, that's fine. I think fold here is fine too. I think fold there is fine too. Close, close, close all around. Never flatting there with the king king. I just like let it get down a little bit too close. But I think jam there is like the proper play. I don't like 4-betting a regular number. I think 4-betting other numbers that aren't jam is just kind of stupid because like just get max value. Like don't try to complicate the situation. Just go for max value. And also to it, I could look like I'm tilting. You know, I just lost that ace-10 hand. Maybe it looks like I'm tilting. So more reasoning to go with the regular size or the jam there. I could see it going a regular size if you maybe had like ace king. You're trying to like add fold equity. Go like $8 there, $8.50, $9. Just like try to go maximum. Like, oh man, my hand's really strong. I'm really trying to get a call out of this. But with kings, it's fine to represent like you have eights. You know. People are so stupid, bro. Fine, whatever. Reopen the betting and let someone jam on us, which probably won't happen. Min raise. I'm calling against this guy for sure. For min, I'll call flat, even though I have some reverse implied odds. Like my 4 is going to give people a straight sometimes, but whatever. They're never folding here, obviously. So probably this guy probably raised too small. What? Prove me wrong. Crazy. I think flat is cool here. King 4 suited on the button. I think raise here is fine with the king 8 suited. Dude, I've been getting how many min 3 bets have we had today? This shit is hilarious. Like, I just can't believe how bad these people are playing. This person right here, Screven, is like legitimately the only good stats player I've seen so far. Like the only person who looks like they probably kind of know what they're doing. Oh man, that window card was so nice, and the next 2 were so shit. $1. I'll just fold here. It's fine, actually. Give me a clean turn card. Right, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I was gonna consider calling too, but fuck it. Ace 4 I would have liked to see a flop with, but not for that amount. I would have called the 3x open. On this turn too, like I don't even know if I'm good here on table 3. So if I could take my hand back, you know. Oh my god, dude's waiting. I was like, yeah, if he's waiting, you might be jamming. Oh no, dude, hearts got there. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I said heart too. Diamonds, obviously. Diamonds got there. And they weren't even good for docs. Oh my god, bro. Brutal. Brutal. But let's get this one wrapped up. We've been going for over an hour now, hour and 9 minutes. By the time we're done, it'll be closer to an hour and 20. And this will be the first of many episodes of Behind the Grind that feature exclusively NL20 until we have enough to move up to NL40. And then we will just kind of keep going from there. I want to show you guys the exact like path that you can take. And I would say overall today we experienced positive variance, even though like from the pre-flop all-ins, those were negative variance. overall, we did definitely experience some positive variance. But we did do some good stuff ourselves, though. I think that my main strength today was my value bets against fish were really good. I mean, to the point where I was losing money sometimes because I went so hard, like especially against that first guy, with the ace jack on the river. It's is what it is. We ended up getting it back, which was great. Um, but like I'll value bet thin to a fault always, really, and just kind of exploitatively like increasing my raise sizes after I've seen someone give me a willingness to call. Like that's something that I definitely would like to see you guys in the Discord do more of, like just really just pounding them, really crushing them. So just get kind of that mentality going, like for value, like to the extreme, like you saw me. I three bet that guy to $7 freaking. He opened to 40. I think I three bet him to $7 or something, and he called. So it's like you can do so much stuff. Um, and yeah, if I had to say my weaknesses today, were probably just like playing four tables at once again on recording while talking. I definitely let some moments slip by the wayside that I didn't comment on, or that I maybe played a little bit less than to my best potential because of the attention that I was giving to everything that's going on in the moment. Got the Discord going as well. Like we're kind of doing a bit of a new thing at the moment, so I was a little bit distracted, and I could have given the game itself like more focus in theory if I wasn't doing all that stuff. So there's room to be improved. There's room for improvement in that regard as well. So there was a lot of good that was displayed today during the session, and then there was also a lot that you guys saw me kind of have to deal with that you won't have to deal with on your end. So it's almost like the chaos of this session can be lessened simply by playing less tables or by just not being distracted. I mean, we'll kind of end off talking about this. It's just so hard to play poker not distracted, to play with like not having your phone, to not have any window browsers open, not having anything going on except for just you and the poker. Very, very difficult. I allot myself my caffeine, my little cannabis vape. I give myself things that kind of help me maintain focus. My waters, I have my soda water, I have my regular water. So like I'm gonna get hydrated, I'm gonna be here, and I'm going to, um, you know, remain focused as I can. But like I don't have YouTube playing, I don't have music playing, I don't have podcasts playing. I'm not chatting to anybody. Sometimes between hands we'll chat in Discord and such. And it's like we really shouldn't be though. We really shouldn't be. If we're trying to maintain our maximum amount of focus, we should really be just kind of like chilling at the table. I mean, most people are playing for a combination of fun and profit. I make it very clear that I play purely for profit. I do not care about the fun of this because I don't have fun doing this. As much success as I've experienced from poker, you would think that I would really enjoy the game. I do not. I find it rudimentary. You click on here, what are we at, 80,000 hands now? Almost. And PLO, we're closing in on 20,000 hands. We're at like 13.4 right now, 13.5. So it's like closing in on another 100,000 hands of poker having been played on this site. It's like, we've done this before. We're closing in on 2 million hands lifetime, and once you play that much poker, I'm talking, I'm distracted. I missed my unpost blind on this table. You just kind of like it just becomes a part of life. You're not even really doing it for the fun of it. You're doing it more in the same way that you shower, brush your teeth, you play poker. It's just like what you do. Like if you're a poker player. So that's just kind of how I find my days. Oh no, Finkel, I'm sorry, bro. I'm leaving now, homie. I'm leaving. You'll see this in the video, bro. You'll see this in the video. But yeah, this is the end of my session. So but yeah, I guess I could play one more orbit. I could play one more orbit with the homie. We accidentally posted this one here, so it doesn't really matter. I'm here. We'll play one orbit with the homie, but we are planning on leaving. But this guy's still here for 69.40. So definitely, Finkel. Hopefully, you take my seat when I leave. Like that's like something that I mentioned earlier. But yeah, playing without distraction is a great way to end on like a great ending topic. There's no reason why you can't just like sometimes instead of playing like this, I'll play like maybe we play a higher stakes game and I want to like really focus. I'll open up my tables kind of like this, and then I'll just make them really big, and then I'll kind of overlap them a little bit. So say I have it like this, have it like here like this, just kind of play like that, And I was gonna play two tables like that for a little while. Like I think there's a lot of weight, and like that kind of also helps me maintain my focus because when they're so small and you have so much desktop like able to be seen, that also takes me out of my game. No, he left. He left. That was like the main draw. We'll complete here, but yeah, and I will also do my best. I see actually I'm looking over here in the. You guys don't see it as much as I see it. Wow, wait, you guys don't see it at all. Huh. So maybe the recording actually turned up to be a little bit better than my experience, but, like, it doesn't look as choppy on the recording when I look at my mouse. It's something about my monitor, my connection, everything right now. Like, I've just had issues with the laptop and the connection. Actually, had to I've always connected my laptop to my monitor via HDMI. I'm doing it through USB-C to DisplayPort right now. It was just a bit of a different, different avenue. So we won that last hand. We are gonna end up this round here. Yeah, we'll play a few hands with the homie. Sucks at the fish left, man. That was the main reason to be here. But we will be back for more ASAP. We don't have to edit this video, amazingly. Like, that was like one of the main reasons why I even started to do this series, was because two reasons. One, I don't stream poker because I don't have a very good way for me to not get stream snipe. I've mentioned that earlier in the video. And I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to think about it. I don't have to think about, is there someone here who may know me, who may not? The Discord gotten big enough now. The what you call it? The YouTube's gotten big enough. I don't even want to think about it. But I'm happy to put out all my play. Though I think that it's important for someone who is teaching poker to show 100% of the hands in situations that they play, because if you're hiding stuff, it like makes it. I always think that people who post like their best 3, 4 hands of the session, or like their most interesting hands of the session, it's like, bro, that's great and all, but like people aren't gonna learn the ins and out and the intricacies from that alone. You're gonna want to give a little more. So I feel like at free poker giveaway here, we are trying to give away the most that we possibly can. That's a great flop. Bro, why couldn't you let me make that bet? I wanted to be the one to make that bet, but we are gonna, of course, just flat with our combo draw, hoping that this person just gets out of the way. Honestly, we'll be fine. Sorry, bro. We hit the best possible card for us. The concealed and powerful Finkel. Me and you. What you got, bro? KA. Yeah, sorry, brother. Sorry, brother. All right. 50 is good, but we're gonna size up a bit for quote unquote value, or to make it look like value. 3x. And I just wanted to, like, I wanted the bet to get respected. I didn't want to bet like 1/3 or some bullshit. Like a quick 1/3 always like looks like shit, you know? So I like to size up a little bit, make it look like I'm betting for value. And it's a one and done situation. It's a one and done. So that was a one and done bet. Those are spots where it's like okay to keep a player like me honest by like calling a little bit lighter, but like if you don't want to get into those situations, like it's beyond reasonable. This sucks here. We're getting a good we're not getting a good price. We're not getting a good price. We have like good equity, like the 8, the 10, the jack might even be good, but we're just gonna fold here. Fold here. He probably saw my nonsense last hand. All right, but you've got Brad Nemi. What a stupid name. Brad Nemi here. All right. So like this table honestly isn't that great. Probably only playing to just chill play with me, but like switch to this seat right here to play in position to this guy is like okay, not terrible. But okay, see, switch seats there. Perfect. Oh, if he didn't come back in, then I would have to pose again. All right, but that's gonna be it for me on this table. Sorry, Finkel, that we only played a little bit, but this was the end of my session. I'm going on an hour and 20 minutes now. But yeah, we will all play more at some point. You know, I love the idea of playing with people, and I like the idea of playing randomly without people, because I want to show you guys what it's like to play against a general player pool, to play against someone who has like, we all have like Finkel and I, at least I could say, have similar stats. You know, it's like to play against someone who has stats that look like this. People are gonna play against you a certain way when they are paying attention. They're gonna think we're a little tighter, maybe a little bit more passive, so can maybe get away with a little bit more bigger moves. And then for some reasons, people still pay us off. So who fucking knows? But yeah, we're gonna end on like 2 more hands. I think this is a good session. We're gonna check our balance. I think we'll be plus at least a little decent bit, honestly, even though we did lose a good handful of pots, a good handful of sizable pots too, actually. I think we made back enough in equity and EV that we actually had a pretty good session overall. And we're going to take that. We'll mark it. We'll maybe keep it in the corner of next session just to kind of keep the score going from the previous session. And we will keep like a running total, and then we'll move up to NL40 when that is applicable. But of course, I can't just go off of my bankroll entirely, because I like to play my own games in my own time, and I'm going to keep grinding Omaha. and that will, of course, make things go up and down. I'm gonna keep grinding tournaments, probably, yes. Tournaments are just so boring. I really hate them so much, but it's like I do see the EV and the value of them being there, and you can also play them on top of cash games. So it's like you can play 4 cash games plus a tournament or 2. So it's like might as well, kind of in a way. It helps me stay grinding as well, like, when I'm playing a tournament, I feel like, "Okay, well, I might as well have a couple cash games open because I'm at this tournament anyway," so they play off of each other really well, and, who knows, maybe someday you just take a nice little, mystery bounty or whatever, get 1K, 2K, 5K, 10K, that's a nice day regardless, like, you can, like, just to say no to that, like, there's no reason to say no to that? So, yeah, I should keep playing tournaments, like, the in 2025, I told myself in 2026 I wanted to commit to either one of 2 things, Omaha or tournaments, and then somehow, luckily, Omaha finally stuck, man. It finally stuck. I've been trying to play this game for so long, been trying to get used to it for so long, and it just never really clicked for me for some reason. But something about the antes being in this game, the antes and the 3 blind, I feel like I can play, like, looser and almost more profitable. Not more profitable, like, my natural way of playing Omaha is to play a little bit looser because you got the 4 cards, and so I can do that a little bit easier, and then and the people play so bad on this site, so bad that it's like, "Okay, I have to, you know, at least try." And people are willing to give you action, man. They really are. They're willing to give you action when you play, and you can value bet just as thin in that game as you can in this game. Like, you really can bet, like, your bottom flushes against straights and 2 pairs, and people just give you action. Alright, let's give it, like, a few seconds to refresh. And okay, that did just happen. Sorry, my monitor's been like super wonky lately, but the balance is clear. We are at 2186. That's actually insane. We made like 3.5 buy-ins over an 80-minute period of time. That is almost that's almost $1 a minute. We made almost $1 a minute that session, and we got stacked like 3 times. So that's pretty crazy. Amazing first session for the challenge. So we were effectively plus 72 on the challenge, and dope, dope. We had a great day. We displayed a lot of concepts that I feel are very important, and we set the foundation for going forward to building up. We're gonna try and once again build up to about 800. Then we'll take 200 of that. We'll shoot at 400, or sorry, at 40, and then we'll go up from there, and we'll kind of keep building until we get to 100 to 200 and so on. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you all so much. Love you all, and we'll see you on the next one. Please join the Discord and comment anything below that you need. Bye bye.